The main attractions at the Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova in Coimbra, Portugal, includes the magnificent gold-covered altarpieces in the church, especially the one on the chancel containing the silver and crystal urn of Queen Saint Isabel. The golden altarpieces in the church are unique due to their intricate designs, ornate decorations, and historical significance. Here are some key factors that contribute to their distinctiveness. The golden altarpieces are covered in gold, which adds to their grandeur and visual appeal. These altarpieces often date back to specific historical periods, such as the Romanesque or Baroque styles, which provide insight into the architectural and artistic trends of the time. The altarpieces are adorned with intricate carvings, sculptures, and polychrome images, which create a sense of drama and visual interest. The multiple panels of the altarpieces often tell a story, whether it is a biblical scene or a narrative about a saint or a specific event. The altarpieces showcase the skill and creativity of the artists who designed and crafted them, often using techniques such as gilding and enamel work. The altarpieces are often deeply rooted in the cultural and religious traditions of the church and the community, making them a vital part of the church's identity and heritage. These factors combined make the golden altarpieces in the church truly unique and a testament to the rich history and artistic heritage of the institution. Queen St. Isabel's first Gothic tomb from 1330, considered a unique example of Gothic art, is located in the church's choir. St. Elizabeth of Portugal, also known as the Peacemaker, was a queen consort of Portugal who is venerated as a saint in the Roman Catholic Church. She was born around 1271 and married King Dinis of Portugal in 1282. Despite her husband's infidelity, Elizabeth maintained her devout habits and helped the poor and sick. She was known for her role in preventing battles and settling disputes, earning her the title of Peacemaker. Elizabeth died on July 4, 1336, and was buried in the convent of Santa Clara in Coimbra, where her tomb is located in the Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova. The Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova in Coimbra, Portugal, features a notable terrace that offers a panoramic view of the city. This area is located outside the monastery and is adorned with a statue of Queen Saint Isabel. The view from the terrace is considered one of the best in Coimbra, providing a stunning panorama of the city. The polychrome statue of Saint Isabel by Teixeira Lopes is located in the large apse of the church at the Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova in Coimbra, Portugal, reflects the Baroque style through several elements. The statue's dynamic movement and energy are characteristic of Baroque art. The figure of Saint Isabel is depicted in a dynamic pose, with her body twisted and her arms outstretched, conveying a sense of movement and energy. The use of polychromy, which involves the application of multiple colors to a sculpture, is a hallmark of Baroque art. The statue of Saint Isabel is painted in a variety of colors, which adds depth and visual interest to the piece. The Baroque gilded woodwork surrounding the statue is another element that reflects the Baroque style. The use of gilded wood and stucco is a common feature of Baroque architecture and sculpture. The Baroque style emphasizes movement and energy in its sculptures. The statue of Saint Isabel, with its dynamic pose and outstretched arms, embodies this emphasis on movement and energy. Baroque sculpture often incorporates light and shadow to create a sense of drama and visual interest. The Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova in Coimbra, Portugal, features notable Baroque gilded woodwork and 18th century paintings that allude to the life of Queen Saint Isabel. The Baroque gilded woodwork is a characteristic element of the monastery's architecture, reflecting the grandeur and ornateness of the Baroque style. The 18th century paintings, on the other hand, depict scenes from the life of Queen Saint Isabel, emphasizing her piety and devotion. The paintings often idealize Queen Isabel, portraying her as a pious, virtuous, and compassionate woman. This is evident in the depiction of her as a strong and devoted leader, emphasizing her kindness and charity towards the poor. The paintings frequently depict miracles and devotional scenes from Queen Isabel's life, such as the miracle of the roses, where she is shown hiding money for the poor in her skirt. and pretending it is roses when questioned by her husband. The paintings often combine regal and devotional imagery, showcasing Queen Isabel as both a monarch and a devout follower of her faith. This is seen in the depiction of her wearing a crown while holding the hem of her skirt full of roses, symbolizing her dual roles as queen and saint. The 18th century paintings use color and light to create a sense of drama and emotional depth. This is evident in the vivid colors and the use of light to highlight key elements of the scenes, such as the roses in Queen Isabel's skirt. The paintings are set against the historical backdrop of Queen Isabel's life, including her marriage to King Dinis, her pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, and her eventual canonization. This historical context adds depth and meaning to the paintings, highlighting the significance of her life and deeds. The two fine Gothic tombs in the Monastery of Santa Clara-a-Nova in Coimbra, Portugal, contain the mortal remains of Infanta D. Isabel and the daughter of the Regent and Duke of Coimbra D. Pedro. These tombs were produced by the Oficina de Coimbra workshop and are notable for their Gothic style and craftsmanship. The most famous legend in Portuguese history is the legend of Queen Isabel's kindness, which tells the tale of Queen Isabel's daily charity towards the poorer people of the land. According to the legend, Queen Isabel would help the poor by giving them money and other alms. One day, King Dinis decided to surprise the queen by noticing how she tried to conceal what she had in her lap. Accused of wasting money, the queen insisted she had roses in her lap, although the king didn't believe her as the flowers were out of season. The queen then uncovered what she had, and roses fell to the floor in front of the amazed king and onlookers. This emphasizes her piety and commitment to helping others. The neoclassical cloister was added in 1733 and is one of the earliest examples of neoclassical style in Portugal.
The Coimbra Tourism Guide states that the church offers various Mass schedules, including Sunday Mass at 8:00 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 11:30 a.m., daily Mass Monday-Friday at 7:30 a.m., Saturday Vigil Mass at 5:30 p.m., and Saturday Mass at 8:30 a.m. in the chapel.
Thank you for joining us, and may each episode of Keen Adventures inspire you to deepen your own spiritual journey.